afternoon, everyone. Welcome to yet another great episode of Topic Time. Well, it's actually officially the first one in the summer of 2019, because last week it was still spring officially. And believe me when I tell you, it's feeling like summer. It's looking like summer. My guests look like summer. It's going to be a very summery show. But before we get to them, got to read the underwriters, and then we will get right to it. So here we go. We got Advanced Auto Sales in Rockland. They're a new one. Gotta like that. I was getting new ones, and they are good credit, bad credit, no problem. All inventory under $6,000. Okay. The Reds Emporium in Dudley in Duxbury. I mentioned that Advanced Auto Sales is in Rockland. Yep. Okay, first one ever in Rockland. Little Duke's Ice Cream Shop in Pembroke. Pembroke Cleaners and Tailoring, also in Pembroke. Good Old Dave's Automotive in Hanson on Route 58. And the Car Guys in Bridgewater, offering sales, service, detailing, free, locate service, 10% off if you mention that you love Topic Time. And on that note, now we're going to start the show officially. So this gentleman here, he's a photographer named Constantine Manos, and he photographs beautiful girls. And as you can see, he brought a couple with him tonight. They're models, and we're going to talk to all of them tonight, find out how they came to be. So, Constantine, we'll start with you. Usually I say ladies first, but you're the one I booked initially, so let's...
I could be a lady, too. You never know.
All right, that's a show for another day, but okay.
People like see Constantine and they're like,
Okay.
I hope she's okay. I'll let her know for you.
Okay, well, I appreciate you coming in. I mean, we've been trying, I see your work. It's really great. I've seen it online, and it looks amazing. Now, you brought some magazine covers tonight we're going to look at, too, as well, aside from the real life people that you have here that are unbelievably, adorable. And so talk about, all right, Constantine, how did you get into the photography industry? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Boston.
Where?
In Boston.
Boston, okay.
Yeah, and my father was a photographer.
Okay.
And I pretty much grew up around photography when I was a kid, because obviously a lot of photographers associate with other photographers, and so I was kind of immersed in it when I was a kid, and it really has, been a part of my life.
Okay.
In different ways throughout my life, and I kind of stumbled upon this as something that I was particularly very good at and never really knew until I became part of a studio association in Baltimore.
Baltimore. Why? How'd you end up in Baltimore from Boston?
I was working down there in a...
Okay,
in
not doing
position.
photography, you're doing something else.
Right. Yeah, I'm also a consultant for healthcare information systems. So,
Okay.
I was working down there, and I had, I joined this, it's a studio association, so it allows people to use this common space for...
Okay, wow.
And it was a nice old warehouse, and they had a nice business plan that I really liked, and I, went on to invest some money into that. And when I moved back to New England, I opened up the Atomic Canary New England, which is a sister studio. It's called Atomic Canary New England.
Okay, what's that?
It's a sister studio to
Oh, that's for photography.
Yeah.
So, all right, so basically what you're telling me is you had sort of an awakening, what's the word I'm looking for, an epiphany about being a photographer when you went to Baltimore, where you were doing something totally different.
Right, I've done all kinds of...
Was it the seacoast down there? What was it?
No.
It couldn't have been the houses. They're not really that nice. But
maybe it was the crime. I don't know. That wasn't it.
If you don't remember, that's fine.
No, I went down there for work, and it just by chance, as I said, photography has always been a big part of my life.
Right.
And, when I was emancipated from parenthood,
okay,
which is about 7 or 8 years ago, which is kind of when I started getting into this niche. Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of was a neat transition point.
Okay, so that's when you opened your business in Boston.
That was in the end of 2015.
Okay, so we're talking 4 years. Oh, almost
Since
4 years.
Here, yeah.
All right, 3 years plus.
Yeah.
3.5 about. This
like
is June
same
20.
in Baltimore.
Right.
Like 3.5.
Okay. And then as soon as you established yourself as a photographer, you started doing model shoots, I guess, right? That was one of your, I assume that you started that at the beginning.
Right, that was a large part of the business in Baltimore.
Okay, oh, so you were doing model shoots down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's where I kind of got the business plan for
okay.
the way that the studio is run. both here and in Baltimore.
Okay. Well, do you still have a studio down there now in Baltimore?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
In fact, I'm going down there on the 4th of July weekend.
Okay.
See
Well,
how-
to work on the 4th of July weekend?
No, well, just to hang out with the
Your friends
the
down there.
mothership. Yeah.
I understand. So they're your big HQ down there, right? They're the headquarters for your,
Yeah.
for your business
yeah.
in Boston as
Yeah,
well?
they there's 2 guys and they work full time
Okay.
on it. So as opposed to me, it was like part time sort of.
Well, I understand, but up here, you're the big cheese up here.
Yeah.
I get you.
I don't have as much time to dedicate to it as they do down in Baltimore, but we still keep our presence, and things on the scale could change over time.
Okay, well, the ladies look like they want to say something, and that's why they're here. So
Right on.
we're gonna talk. All right, I don't actually know your names yet. I'm gonna start with you. What's your name?
Casey.
Casey.
Yes.
Very nice name.
Thank you.
All right, tell me about yourself. You're a pretty girl. You're model for Constantine.
Yep, I model. I go as London Sins as my model name. I also do a bunch of other side jobs. I act in murder mysteries
Okay.
and Disney
Yeah,
Princess.
Film or theater?
Theater. It's
Cool.
dinner theater.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's awesome. 3-course meal with a little bit of murder on the side.
The
It's a
whodunit
fun
thing,
time.
right?
Exactly.
Okay, I know.
We do a Clue murder mystery. I play Miss Scarlet.
Cool. Where do you do it?
We have a location in Dedham at the MIT Endicott House.
Okay.
It's through.
Is that like
Place.
Route 1A around there?
Yeah, I believe so. It's like right off the highway.
It's a big
Yeah, yeah.
colonial
Yeah,
house.
it's huge,
I know
beautiful
the house.
place.
Yeah, I've been by it.
Yellow.
It's like on 109 around
Yes,
that area.
yeah, it's incredible. I love it there.
Sure, it's probably I know it's a very nice neighborhood.
Yeah, the food's really good too.
Now this young lady here, now this is the second time in almost like a month I've had a celebrity lookalike. Now a few weeks ago I had a guy named Jeremy Rosengrant, and he looked just like Jose Canseco. Tell me this young lady doesn't look like Miley Cyrus. A little taller maybe.
Wouldn't be the first time I heard that.
I didn't think so. So tell me about yourself. What's your name and how did you get into modeling, and what else do you do, if anything, if it's applicable?
My name's Tori.
Tori, cool.
And a lot of my friends were into photography, so I
Okay.
kind of just started by, helping them out, dabbling in it, and then I kind of just went down the rabbit hole, and, here I am. I actually have like a collab group that I do.
When you say helping them out, do you mean you take photographs as well? I mean, you're behind the camera as well in front of it,
Well,
as well as.
I more so help, kind of portray what their creative concept work would be. So if they have an idea in mind that they want to execute, I'm
Okay.
kind of their guinea pig, as you might say.
Well, are we talking like model photography or all the other kinds of photography?
Modeling.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, I would say you pose any way they ask you to. Is that it? I don't.
Yeah, so if they have a specific art concept in mind that
Yeah.
they really want to get out there,
Yeah.
I'm perfect. I'm really good at that, helping them out, helping them,
She had her
create
epiphany,
their...
too.
You're a looker,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk about some of the projects you've done with them. Let's enlighten
We have-
us.
we
Do you have
actually
any- do you
haven't
have
worked
anything in those
together.
magazines that you brought with you?
Yeah,
I've
those
heard doing
are.
that.
That's collection of some lookbook type.
Okay, well, yeah, just
what's that?
enlighten me.
Yeah.
Like you do print ads for certain companies and businesses. And
Right
whatnot?
now, I'm actually in a collab group with one of my good friends who I got into the modeling business with.
Okay.
And I'm a model instructor, so we
Oh.
kind of focus more towards like the beginners.
Okay.
People that are kind of starting to get into photography and modeling, and I kind of help them, just feel comfortable in their setting, and
Sure.
also help photographers get more comfortable working with models, directing them, and such.
Okay, so it sounds to me like you've been around the mill a bit. So how did you work your way from just being a model to being a model instructor?
Well, one of my really good friends, she's really out there in the business. She's been in the business for like maybe 6 years.
As a model herself?
No, she's a photographer.
She's a photographer, okay.
Yeah,
I
so
see.
she wanted to start a collaboration group that, she could help people as well get into it, and I was kind of just in place as the...
Okay, so basically, the fact that you're friends with a photographer gave you the opportunity, it opened a few doors for you, and the
Yeah.
fact that you're a model yourself, and then she figured, you had the personality to teach people, and you did it a little for yourself, and then you figured I could teach this to other people.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I really want to focus more towards, helping other people feel beautiful and comfortable no
I
matter
understand.
what they, are and what they look like.
No, I understand, that's
Yeah.
great, okay.
Being yourself is like the truest form of beauty there is. So I
Did
really
you-
want to help show that to everyone.
That's great. Do you do anything else besides modeling and entertainment, or anything else that you
I
want to
mean,
discuss?
I work in human resources for a
Okay.
family company, but
Well,
that's the
it's up to you if
extent.
you want to elaborate on that. It sounds interesting, but that's...
I do payroll,
Oh, okay.
and
Oh, so basically, you're kind of like you're a number puncher.
Basically,
Okay,
yes.
that's fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
So it's definitely a good break for modeling and
Yeah,
such
yeah,
from
yeah.
the
It does
number.
more, but she's withholding that information.
Do you
It
do
would
acting at
benefit her
all, or have
greatly
you
if
ever
you
done
did.
the acting, singing, dancing, either of you?
I
know you
dance.
do acting because you mentioned that, but
Yeah, I dance on stage. I go dance. I also do circus performance. I'm a professional hula hooper.
okay.
So I hula hoop. I've done these things called ISIS wings, which are giant wings that you can control
Okay.
and stuff. It's fun. I walk in parades.
Is that kind of
and-
dangerous, like acrobat stuff?
Not really. I'm actually currently trying to learn how to walk in stilts, and that's probably
be
the
dangerous.
most dangerous thing I've done. I'm kind of a klutz, but it's getting there slowly but
Okay.
surely.
Well, best of luck with that. What about
Thank you.
Practice makes perfect.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
I'm actually starting to play with fire.
Me,
Yes.
Yeah, I want to like get
toasting-
into
toasting
fire
s'mores?
dancing. Yeah, yep, exactly. I want to, work towards a fire dancer.
you mean we like? Are you actually going to be like a fire woman?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Put fires out?
No, not like a firefighter woman, like dance with fire, like with the poise sticks and such.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm
basically-
starting to get into
So
that.
like the Bracket Fierce coming up, I could see you doing that. Yeah. I live right there. I live about three quarters of a mile from there, so if I heard you were going to be there, I have no intention of going, but unless I heard you were there, then I'd go and just see you doing that. I've seen guys do that. I've never seen women do it, but I think it's pretty cool.
I'm about to change the game.
You're about
Yeah.
to change that, as you should be. You're a trendsetter.
Yes.
All right, now getting back. So how did the three of you collaborate? How did you come to be as a team?
Well,
how'd you
you know,
find them, and how'd they find you?
I think that a lot of contact comes, in this area, a lot of it is through social media.
Okay, of
And in
course.
particular, Instagram now. It used to be a little more Facebook, but Instagram has really taken over, and people have kind of started vacating Facebook quite a bit. But that's one of the more primary methods by which you kind of connect with other artists in the area.
Okay, yeah.
Then that's how people see your work and get to know what you do and what other people do in the area. So it's kind of a nice community to be part of.
Okay.
I won't lie that there's a lot of gossip and drama sometimes,
course.
but
Anything.
but it is it's a good group of people overall, and we really try and look at things more from a creative standpoint.
Of course.
And it's many people do follow it or become part of it as a hobby.
Sure.
It's not always necessarily even a career. It's just like somebody would take up painting or
Right.
some other form of art.
But this is your life.
It's my passion.
Well,
I would
okay.
like my passion to be my life, but at the moment I have a job that I have to do. And on top of that, because photography is it's a lower paying, unless you're like a high end photographer. But we're talking small percentage of total
Really? But you've been
population.
doing, okay, so right, are you looking to try and upgrade yourself in that?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I will, market myself and try and make headway into, bigger projects and that sort of thing that way. And it works. I mean, I've had a couple that have been like this close. Like I was supposed to do a segment in Elle magazine, which would have been a real good, high profile.
I've interviewed models that have been in that. That's
Yeah. So like I'm waiting for something like that. But in the meantime, my expectation is to keep being creative. I do some, commercial work that's like headshots for LinkedIn. I do a lot of portfolios.
Okay.
I do a lot of applications for modeling agencies.
Okay.
And for acting,
Speaking of
agencies
acting, what
as well.
about you? Do you do any? Have you done any acting, singing, or any of that stuff?
My whole life's been an act, actually.
Yeah, that's what I figured you'd say. Okay. Okay, I figured you might have mentioned that, but I
A
think.
tragedy.
Okay.
No, it's something I hope to do in maybe the next 5 or 6 years
Okay.
as like a sunset career.
Right. Okay.
Because I'm still working, but I'd like to be able to like start pushing more of my activity towards photography.
Exactly. Okay. No, I mean, you have to weather the storm little by little, and then eventually you'll arrive. You get what you want, but you
Right.
have to work at it, and you have to keep establishing yourself.
Right.
And what about the possibility? Now you have your main headquarters is in Baltimore, and you're up here. But have you done any traveling other than Baltimore and the Boston area to do, to dig up models and do other work for the photography industry?
Yeah, I've been doing, started last year, but this year I'm doing quite a few more visits to other parts of New England.
Okay, just
And
New
part
England, what
of
about other parts of the country?
New York.
Okay.
this
City?
summer. In Albany.
Oh, Albany,
area.
upstate, yeah, okay, okay.
Right, but I'm hoping to make more connections in the New York City area. Obviously, that's
I
sort of
understand, okay.
one of the major hubs in the country for
Do you do like,
photography.
I mean, models are beautiful, but do you do like maybe outdoor scenery as well?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's not just, it's not, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, shots and, like you
it's
said,
it's very. I mean, you can almost like mark it on the calendar.
okay.
After Memorial Day and in the end of
Yeah, you'll be doing a
in the
little out,
May,
yeah, the weather's
everybody's
nice and-
outside.
Right.
And then after Labor Day, people start.
What
coming
about
back
stock
inside again.
photography? You ever do that? I tried
Um,
that once years ago and I didn't
I've
take,
done a
but,
few like one-off kinds of projects here and there for it, but not as a main focus.
Okay.
But I mean, I have enough to put together to have a full site of stock photography.
Yeah, and
It's
I'm
the
thinking-
time and effort to do it
well,
all.
here's the thing, here's what I'm thinking,
cataloging
I always try to
it's
give advice to
immense.
my guests that might help them out. For someone like you, your awesome break might come if you took a picture of something newsworthy and it ended up in the paper, even if
Right.
it was something like a candid shot. But
Mm-hmm.
if you submitted a photograph to a major newspaper, and they needed a filler and they used it and your name was there, then people know you.
Mm-hmm.
Then thousands of people will see it. Have you ever done that?
Not that, but I actually just had a magazine published of a
Pictures.
collection of my work.
What did you just bring with you today? You want to look at some
I
of
brought
them?
there's some lookbooks.
Okay.
We've collectively at the studio put out this is a magazine.
Show it to the camera there. There you go.
that Tom McNary magazine.
Wow.
We each put another
Are
one
you,
out.
are you
soon.
doing any of these? You're in,
believe
I'm not
I don't
sure,
think
no.
so.
Okay.
Not in the magazine, but I think Casey must be in one of these
I
books.
gotta, yeah, probably in there
Like we've
somewhere.
been working together for a while. Like we
Yeah.
started working together over 3 years ago.
okay.
So
All three of you?
no, Tori and I actually haven't
Tori?
worked yet.
Just
We're gonna
Me,
be
Casey.
working together.
Kate?
Yeah.
what's it-
Casey.
Casey, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
it's
Casey
okay.
Tori, I got it. Okay,
So yeah, I'm gonna be. We haven't worked together yet. So.
okay.
But we've been talking about the shoot we have coming up. So she was around and happy to come down. So
That's great. Okay. All right. Well, let's get. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Just want to go through that, and then
yeah,
we'll talk.
these are covers to different ones that
Okay.
I have.
I do love that photo though.
Yeah, this is a.
It's a great picture.
Yeah, that one's really.
Have you ever
really
done
neat.
any commercial shoots, like like stuff for print work? On
Yes, I make calendars every year. For
calendars,
Sure.
but okay.
That
But
kind of
okay.
thing. Yeah, I make calendars every year.
Okay.
I made a few
With
this year,
photographs of models, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have either of you ever posed in a calendar?
I have. I've
She
done a
did.
few calendars.
She's
Okay.
in the one I have this year.
I'm just curious. What was the first year you posed in a calendar?
Oh God.
If you can remember.
Let's see, it's 2019 now. I think maybe 2015 or 16. I
Okay.
want to say.
Oh, that's good. So you're 3 years. You're 3 years into the business
Yes,
now.
I was in a chocolate factory for the calendar. It was really cool.
What chocolate factory?
A chocolate factory, yeah. We did the photo shoot inside of a chocolate factory, so
Oh,
I
no
got to play
kidding.
with candy and melted chocolate.
There you go.
and-
That
yeah,
sounds
it
like
was,
a lot of fun.
It was super cool.
Okay, what about you? You've ever done any calendar modeling?
No, but I am looking into it.
If should, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. What
Maybe I'm making calendars this year, and I'm making a go-go dancer focus one.
Are either of you?
Okay.
Are either of you
Alright.
associated with Model Mayhem? I'm just wondering. You know what that is?
I do,
have an
yes, I
account
have an
on
account. I haven't
Okay.
been on in a while.
You haven't been okay.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
have
mean, there's pretty
better
sky's
ways
the limit
of
with them. I know. I've interviewed some of their models.
Yeah,
What- so-
they have the database of models.
Right.
But people generally feel, at least from those I've spoken with, it can tend to be a shark-infested waters.
Yeah, it can
There's a
be.
lot of very dangerous, potentially dangerous characters on there.
Yeah.
And people have to really watch.
Okay, that's good. I mean, at least you're shrewd enough to know that stuff.
Right.
before you-
Well, that's
But
why
it is-
Instagram is pretty good too, because at least you have like a profile. You can
Right.
see
Can
the
check
people
it
that they've
out.
worked with. You can contact the people that they work with, ask them their experience.
Right.
So that is one really positive thing about Instagram and the
Yeah.
networking and such.
That's great. So you all use Instagram. And you all on Facebook too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we definitely have to hook up after the show tonight
Yes,
if
of
you can
course.
handle it. If you can stand it. All right. So, do either of you have agents in Boston, like not Model Mayhem, but like Models Inc. or there's a couple other ones. Or there's a New England Models Group up in New Hampshire. Are either of you associated with any of them?
I'm not. I freelance everything. I book
yeah,
all
you
my own
freelance.
gigs, all my own photo shoots.
Okay.
I find it easier that way. Maybe if I start getting really busy, I'll hire somebody. But
Well, you know what I'm saying. You know, NEMG on New Hampshire is really good at getting people work, especially like if you've done acting. I mean, you can go up there and get a free screen test, and they put you on their database. I've had to believe, but I actually did that. They never called me, but I don't. You know, come on, obviously, but. I'm saying is, it's in Manchester, New Hampshire. It's on Commercial Street. You might want to look into just going up there and having a free
Check it out.
session, do a screen test, and then at the very least, they'll have you in their database if there's any kind of work that's available. They could call you. So what about you? You just freelance too?
Yeah,
But you
mostly
work for
freelance.
that woman too that you're friends with.
Yeah, I've done a lot of actually bigger events with her. She does like a lot of recital photos.
Okay, well, which photos?
Dance recital
Okay,
photos.
yeah.
So I help with that. I'm really good with numbers, like I said. So I help with the books and such. But I do the collab work too.
Cool.
That's pretty
You
much.
dance as well?
Not professionally.
Okay, just for fun, right?
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. All right. Well, okay. So now that summer's coming, it's already here. Do you girls do like bikini shots, any of that stuff on the water?
got to get to the beach, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, have you done any so far? I mean, now that you're going to be doing any? Do you have anything planned for like here's the last week of June? Anything planned for July and August at this point?
Yeah, actually, I have one of the next collabs that we're going to be hosting. It will be a bikini shoot on the beach.
Cool.
So we're going to get into
What
that.
beach do you? Just curious.
Actually, in Westport.
Oh, beautiful beach.
Gooseberry
South
Island.
Coast. Yep.
Gooseberry Island. It's a free beach.
Gooseberry
You can-
Island? Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
I love
actually,
that.
it's
Never
a
heard
free
of that.
beach, and you can bring your dogs.
It's what?
You can bring your dogs.
Oh, that's cool.
It's Dog Beach. That's my favorite beach, but it has a lot of the whole. It's like a whole. It's a coast around the whole thing, so there's a lot of really awesome
It's
rocks.
quiet. There's not a million tourists there bothering
Yeah,
people.
there's
That's
a lot
good,
of
as
really
it should
cool
be.
rocks, and then it's
Yep.
really rough on one side and really calm on the other side. It's perfect.
Well, it's obvious you like good, nice backdrops, and that's really cool, as it should be. You know, you want it. You want. How about ever go up to like the mountains and model there on like say Lake Champlain in Vermont, something like that?
It's definitely on my list
Yeah,
to
okay,
do,
then.
but not
I
yet.
just
No.
did one this weekend up in the Blue Hills with a couple of models that we were
cool.
like
You
all
got
the way
a
up
shoot
at
with
the
them?
top, yeah.
Wow, yeah, you get
And
to
it's
watch the
like-
skyline in the
it's-
background.
Yeah, I was right up by where the skyline is, and there's kind of an alpine meadow or sub.
You're gonna be in good shape to climb that hill too.
Yeah, and I had both my hips replaced this year.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had both of them hip replaced in like January and March, and I'm moving around like better than
Well,
ever.
hey, listen, if Mick Jagger can have his heart valve replaced at 75 and still dance, there's no reason why
Yeah.
hips would.
Well, I
hips
had my
would be a problem.
I used to run all the time.
Yeah,
and
me too.
I hips got worn out.
I don't run.
you know?
I have arthritis, and, but I feel and I exercise I do exercise. Fortunately, I'm able to do it. I could show. I'm able to show people how to exercise without if they have orthopedic issues to spare their the liability of their joints that might be otherwise negatively affected. But that's a show for another
Just
day.
wait,
too.
it's like a garden that will rebloom in your lives later. Every little ding and cut you get.
I know.
now.
I mean, we're all mortal. We all have something.
Yeah.
Well, guess what, people? We got 5 minutes to go. We're under 5 minutes before the show
It's the
wraps
final
up.
countdown.
So, what I want you all to do is to give shouts out to people that are going to see the show, because a lot of them are. Why don't we start with you? I mean, this time we'll do ladies first. You,
Okay.
Tori, then Casey, then Constantine. So go ahead. Look at the camera. People that you know, your friends, the lady that
Yeah, Caitlin Creations. Really happy that she's helped me to become the model I am today. She's definitely helped out a lot. My husband and family, obviously, for supporting me and who I am and everything I do.
Cool.
And all my followers who
That's it.
continue to support me.
Okay. All right, Casey, go ahead. Now you.
Hi. I'd like to thank all my friends, all my
You've got a lot
family,
of
all
plugs
my
today.
followers, everyone from Murder Mystery Cafe. Thank you so much. I'd also like to thank everybody at Casey's Classic Burger Bar on Route 1 in North Attleboro. You're all amazing.
I've been by there.
Oh, it's such good food. Let's see. Everybody that I've ever worked for, thank you so much. Extraordinary Arts for allowing me to walk with you guys. there's a lot. The list could honestly go on and on and on. Let's move right on over.
That's cool. All right. Go ahead, man.
I mean, I think what both of them said, and Tori kind of ended on is, your followers are everything, really.
Okay, yep.
I mean, it's kind of become an essential marketing strategy,
Sure.
really, is to engage your followers and so forth. But yeah, that's who I have to thank, and all of the great people that I've worked with over the past 5 or 6 years.
People in
since I've
Baltimore
been
are
up
going to
here.
see this, so you can talk to them.
Yeah, yeah. But it's been very good, and I'm looking forward to really ramping up the studio a little bit more now that I'm far more mobile and have my new hips that I can get around.
Well, yeah, listen, you must be feeling good. I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
amazing!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't even believe it. So yeah, I thank my surgeon too.
So what-
It's a good one.
He said I'd have hips like a 19-year-old when I was done, and he was right. So I'm not complaining.
you're probably younger than me, I would say.
Yeah, I'm 75.
Right? Not great.
No, but I am almost 58. I'll be
Okay, yeah, you're a
58
little
this
younger.
year.
I'm turning 60 in a couple of months. I'm having a party. I can't wait.
Woo.
Yeah, my parents are still with me, so I'm delighted that they're the ones throwing
It's
it.
going to be a special episode of Topic John.
Yeah,
Party episode.
yeah. I did the show on my 59th birthday right here.
There you go.
Nice.
So listen, I'd rather do the show. I'm going to be doing it at the other station on my 60th. Okay, well, listen, you were all amazing. I hope you had fun with me tonight. I
Absolutely.
hope you covered all the stuff. I mean, it's always fun when I have multiple guests. It's challenging, but it's also good because it saves me the trouble. I talk a lot, but sometimes I can't. I don't want to ramble too much because then that takes up the joy of hearing the others talk. So, all right. Well, on that note, you ready to jiggy with it like we did? At
Oh
the
yeah, we're
beginning?
gonna snap again?
Yeah,
Of course. Here we go.
Wrapping
All
stuff
right,
up.
folks. Thanks for watching Topic Time. More great episodes to follow.